Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tap In with Tristan. We got another Fit Lab 15 segment. We got a big time athlete. So thankful that she allowed us to have some of her time today. And without further ado, we have Miss Katie Clark. Say hello, Katie.
Hi guys, I'm Katie. I am a junior here at TCU and I play volleyball. So I'm from Arlington, Texas. And yeah.
Thank you so much. So yeah, just excited to have you on the show. Just want to just give a little bit of back information about you. So when did you even start playing volleyball? When did that start?
I started playing volleyball when I was in 7th grade, so I was about 13. I grew up playing soccer all of my life.
Okay.
And so whenever I got into junior high, I decided to go out for my junior high volleyball team, and that's where it all started.
So it was actually soccer. So you're kind of like a late bloomer in the sport. Is that fair to say?
Yes, I'm one of the very later bloomers. It's because people usually start when they're 11 or 12. And my first time ever touching a volleyball or playing volleyball when I was 13. So it's pretty cool to see how far I've come from that.
That's very unique because you're the first one that I've heard that started that late, and then also with your career, which we'll touch upon a little bit. How did we get that crossover from soccer? Did you continue to play soccer, or did you just cross all the way over?
Whenever I was I started in 7th grade. I played volleyball for the junior high, and I still played my club soccer. But then I had a friend's mom tell me and my parents, like, hey, like you should try out some club volleyball. So I decided to go try out the club volleyball world. And after 7th grade, I officially quit soccer, and volleyball was my full time.
Wow, that's amazing. So how did your parents feel about you stopping soccer, getting into this volleyball, and then getting on the club?
It was very exciting for them, but also sad at the same time to see me leave a sport that I had been playing for many years and stuff like that. But they were super excited for me to start a new journey and stuff like that, even though they had no clue what volleyball was, club volleyball, or anything like that. But they had really good like club volleyball parent friends that helped us along the way and just like kept encouraging me and them. And it was really like a smooth transition.
That's beautiful. Now, what team or teams did you play with? Did you stay with the same organization all the way through, or did you start and then switch over? Because club volleyball is a little bit different. Everybody has a different story. Tell us yours.
It is. I started out at TAV and I finished at TAV. So I stayed with TAV from when I was 13 till when I was 18.
So, ladies and gentlemen, TAV is one of the top organizations across the country. Is that fair to say?
Yes, it is fair to say. Very blessed to be able to that I was able to play for them.
So when you get there, you're new to the sport, and you're up there playing with some of the top players in the country. Really, how did that feel? Was it a shock?
It was very scary for me at first because I was the first person there to just be starting volleyball, and they all had been playing with each other since they were like 11 years old, and I was so scared. But like the girls and the coaches there are all very like supportive and welcoming, and so it was just really like nice to be able to like compete with some of the highest level athletes to like push myself, but also push them.
Absolutely. Now, as you said you was a little bit scared. Were you? When did the confidence come into? Because you have a really good resume. We'll talk a little bit
Mm-hmm.
about that. When did that confidence come in, and how that happen?
Well, when I first started, I made the second team at TAV my 13th year. I was like, I was disappointed that I wasn't on the top team, but I also was very proud of myself for making a team to begin with in my first year. But after that, I made the top teams after that every year. And so I think just each year, more confidence just came about it. Like, I still don't have the most confidence in my career now, but each year I get more confident in myself. And so just each year, it just grows and grows.
Now we'll cross over into high school. Thank you for sharing that.
Mhm.
How does it feel being a student athlete in volleyball? What are some of the things that you went through, and what do you tell some of these young athletes that are looking to get in volleyball or any sport for that matter?
Honestly, I loved high school because I played sports. Like I don't know what I would have done if I wasn't with volleyball. It really just like kept me motivated to be like involved in sports, but also like if I wasn't going to do I had to do good in school to be able to play volleyball, so it just motivated me more to focus on myself and study harder to make good grades to like also excel on the volleyball court.
Absolutely. So you
Mhm.
recognize there's a relationship being a student athlete. So you love volleyball. School is definitely just as important for you to be able to reach your goals as well. Fair to say?
Yes, it is.
How is the parents in this? Once they kind of got involved with this journey, how is that? Because what I'm hearing is the parents' involvement or lack thereof definitely helps shape the career of the young athlete.
I'm very thankful for my parents' involvement. They just always like they loved the club volleyball aspect and like the high school volleyball aspect and everything like that. So it was just really nice to be able to like have them at my tournaments and just really fully encourage me all the time. They were very like there, like they had my back through it all. And like I loved them being a part of it, even though they didn't know much about volleyball. But even whenever I needed somebody to go to talk to about volleyball, they could just be my person away from there to just like tell me that I got it. Everything's going to be okay. And for that, I'm just really grateful for them.
That's beautiful. I love hearing stuff like that. Now, yeah, we have experience together, history together here at Fit Lab and the sorts. What does that do for a young athlete as far as doing, Fit Lab type work, sports performance training within their area? Is it beneficial at all?
I would say it's very beneficial because I didn't realize like before I started working out with you or any at all that like your muscles and all that kind of stuff are not as developed as they should be. And so once I discovered that like you can work out, you're not going to get as big and bulky as you think you're going to be. And it's actually just very good for you, your health and your sport. It really like changed my mind. Like it encouraged me to work out so much more now. And I just really love it. And I'm really grateful to be able to have that experience with you and to carry it on more to my own work.
Yeah, it's been beautiful to just kind of again watch your career play out. It's an honor to be a part of
Mhm.
you with everybody. So I'm very thankful for that. Now let's talk a little bit about your career.
Okay.
Right, you're pretty well decorated, and I know that you're going to be kind of shy in saying these things, but yeah, All American status, Texas Hitter of the Year, deep runs in the playoffs, winning championships for club. What is going on? How are you processing all of this? Is the ego going really really big? Are we staying humble? Talk to us.
Um, that's always so hard for me because everybody's like, "Oh, you're doing this and doing that," and like deep down, I'm always like, I want to say like, "Oh yes," but like I try to remain so humble. Like I know each day is just another day to like get better, another opportunity to improve myself, and like I just really like let my play show what I'm made of and like all the hard work, like all the accolades and everything like that. They don't like, yes, they mean a lot to me, but that doesn't define me. And so I just use my play and my dedication and hard work to like just continue to be the best player that I can be.
That's awesome. That's well said. Well said. So everybody kind of talks about this family dynamic in volleyball. Is that something that you kind of felt when you seen your parents as well as your teammates? Is that something that still holds true to you, and this will probably be similar to the ones up and coming?
Yes, I still like so many of my club friends and their parents. We're still so close with a bunch of them. My parents still talk to them. I still talk to a bunch of my club teammates. And no matter what, it's a big family. Like they're always gonna have your back. You may lose touch every now and then, but like once you're a family from club volleyball, high school, or like anything, they're always gonna be there. And it's just very nice to be able to see that and have that.
That's beautiful. What about the workload? We see the results, right? Now, what
Mhm.
about the workload? Was it easy? Is it easy? Is it difficult? Tell us. Everybody has their experience, but is it easy getting to a certain level for a team and as an individual? What would you say?
I don't think anything ever comes easy. So like it just really depends on your work ethic and how much dedication you have because it will like it's always going to be a struggle to adjust to anything, but like if you're willing to put yourself through it and work hard, like it can come easier, but I mean, the workloads are a lot, but if you just have dedication, patience and like a good support system, it makes it a lot easier.
Absolutely. So going into your career, we're going to cross over into college. Is there anything that you would change as far as that? And if so, you don't have to go deep into it, but what would you even recommend to some of the up and coming kids, especially with the workload? Because you are a young growing body, is there anything that you would change, or if everything was right on?
I would say for like people up and coming, just to be able to have that support system because there is going to be tough days and you're not going to want to carry on, but you just need to have that support system to be able to talk to people, like put out your feelings and what you're feeling and have them encourage you to keep pushing along. I know I wish I would have done that better
Yeah.
instead of just trying to struggle through things my own, but it was like that's one thing I would change. I'd also probably just change like how fit I was. Just want to get more in shape so you're not like struggling and stuff like that and just stay on top of my fit level.
So you kind of got that a little bit later in your career, high school wise, to understand how beneficial that is. Um,
Yes.
and now we carry it on into college and you understand now. So that's awesome. Let's talk about this recruitment process. What can a young lady expect, especially if she's a fairly good player? What does that look like and when do they start coming around school wise?
It can be very overwhelming at times, I can say that, but I started getting recruited when I was in like late 7th grade, early 8th grade from schools and stuff like that. And like if you're in the club volleyball world, like you just really need to like help like reach out with people, like be very consistent and stuff like that. Like your clubs are there to help you. They want you to be the best you can be and push you to their best attention, like your best potential. And so like it's very like you just have to be consistent talking to coaches, like push yourself to like, and you may seem annoying, but you're really not annoying. Don't worry about that. And so just like if you want something, go for it and strive for it and don't give up on it.
Beautiful. How has the transition from high school to college been here at TCU?
I was expecting it to be a lot harder than it was, but I can like say that like the classes, that was the hardest part for me because just a different schedule, everything like that. But like volleyball wise, like I think like club volleyball in high school really prepared me to just be able to like have a huge volleyball workload. So that was really nice. So that was like one of the easiest transitions. But there is like a lot more that I'm doing now, like workouts and like recovery, which I really never focused on before now. But like it's just it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, so now you have a couple years in, right? You done did a little
Mhm.
bit of everything. You played club, you played with the USA team, All American at TCU. And then we come into this pandemic situation. What does this look like for a young athlete in college? There's a lot of stuff going on. How are we navigating through this?
That is one of the hardest things to even answer just because like this whole pandemic, no one saw it coming. So it's just like a lot of unknown. But the good thing is like nobody else has gone through it either. So like we just took each day, day by day, like just trying to be safe, healthy, and you're there with your team, you're there with your coaches and everything like that. So just like knowing that other people are going through it too was a lot like motivation that like, oh, I'm not the only one struggling. Like other people are going through it too. So it just made it like a lot easier to stay focused and like continue to get better each day.
Continue to get better each day. So just kind of just really take it one day at a time. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So give us some words to the youth coming up, also to the parents. What to expect about the volleyball world? Is it a cheap sport? You know what I mean? Are you gonna have to pay some money? Are you gonna have to pay no money? What does it look like for a parent? And best you can answer because you're not a parent. And then also from the player side, what does that look like?
Um, I mean, depending on where you go, it just depends the prices and stuff like that. All I would have to say is find a club that you're comfortable at, that you enjoy being there, and just surround yourself with the good people there. And it doesn't matter where you play, as you just play the game that you love, and you'll be good. And just make the most out of it and stuff like that. Because I wish I could go back to my club volleyball days because I loved it so much. But like, make the most out of it because once it's gone, it's gone. So.
I think that's great advice. Really, what I'm hearing is find somewhere where it's a great fit, right? And also enjoy the moments because, like you said, they come and go. Yeah, you had an illustrious career, and now you're in TCU through the pandemic, doing great things up there, and preparing for whatever the next step is for you. So again,
Yes.
we celebrate you. We love having you as part of the Fit Lab family. We're thankful to be a part of your journey, and we're very proud. I'm very proud. And I'm excited to see whatever comes up for you next. You know, you're always one call away. I'm always one call away. So again, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. I'm very grateful to be a part of your family too, and I wouldn't be here without you. So
Thank you so much. So we'll be in contact, and until next time, God bless.
see ya.